everybody, this is Sarah with Be the Refuge. I'm here with Joni and Diana, and we are doing a little Q&A video. I got some questions together and they've got some answers. You guys did a great job at putting your questions on my social media and their social media. It was super great, so I got them down here and we're just gonna jump right in. Why don't you guys each tell us a little backstory about your organizations and how you started and all that.
My name is Joni Wilkinson and I'm the founder of One's Purpose. One's Purpose was started 4 years ago. God gave me the name and just said, you know, make some shirts, do some blogs, and I'm thinking, well, there has to be more to it. Well, then I went through an experience with a trafficker who was, make a long story short, trying to date me, position me to get to my daughter, and he has a history of trafficking young girls under 18. So he was positioning me to get to my daughter and flashing her money and trying to get her to join his lifestyle. So he ended up getting arrested on the way to our house, thankfully, and since then I thought, okay, well, I'm going to use this website, this platform that you created, God, and we're going to talk about grooming and manipulation and what does that look like, and just educate other parents and families, because it can truly happen to anyone, no matter how discerning you are, no matter how, you know, you think that you're with it and you talk to your kids, but they're good at what they do. And so just started using that and social media to get the word out. And through that, a woman reached out to me and said, hey, you should connect with Diana Jans of Hope Ranch.
Well, I am the president and founder of Hope Ranch, and as little ago as 2008, I literally thought that sex trafficking was not a problem in the U.S. I just thought it was some other country, somebody else's children, and not my problem. And then I saw a documentary about approximately 20,000 women and children are brought into the U.S. for the explicit purpose of being trafficked. And I saw that and I thought, oh, still somebody else's, still another country, it's their children, it's not my problem. Well, then my personal life as I knew it completely exploded. I don't know how else to say it, but I ended up even almost dying. I was in the hospital. It took me a year to recuperate. I lost my marriage. I lost friends to death. I could list a lot of things. And in fact, I also, my dog died. I mean, it was just a horrible, horrible year. I'm Canadian, so I just thought, I'm just going to go to Canada and just spend the rest of my life there. Well, when I got there, I was suicidal, I was depressed, didn't know what I was going to do. Fortunately, God put me in a place where I was mostly alone. I had everything I needed, except that I was completely alone. And during that time, God, like I like to say, he knocked some more crap out of me. I realized that I needed to go back to the U.S., and when I came through Oregon on my way back down to LA, because I had family there, I stopped somewhere and she said, well, if you're going to LA, you've got to go to the LA Dream Center. So I went there, and I knew as soon as I heard about it that I had to volunteer there. But lo and behold, they put me on the sex trafficking floor. And once I looked into their eyes and I saw what was going on with it, I have to dedicate the rest of my life, because God has taken everything away from me so that I can. And I gladly do it, and I would go through it all again. And that's how Hope Ranch began. I just thought, I've got to go back to Eugene. It's where my friend base is. It's where I've lived most of my life. And so I came back here, no money, no connections. So almost in 2011, almost nobody was talking about anything. And I just started praying. And, well, the rest is like history, so we can say. It's just been amazing to see God do incredible stuff.
Tell us a little bit about Hope Ranch Ministries and what you guys do.
Well, we work with survivors. We, in the community, in the penal system, we have a small private home. We do everything that we can, and throughout the different questions that you ask, we are going to talk about some of the things that we do. But we will do anything as long, like I like to say, as long as it's legal. And sometimes maybe we're not going to do illegal things, but we'll do whatever whatever it
Yeah.
takes to come alongside.
That's amazing. I love that. And then with One's Purpose, what do you guys do specifically?
We help Diana with everything that she does.
Amen. I know. I wouldn't be able to do most of what I do.
Would be awareness trainings,
Yeah.
and then we do freedom walks and vigils,
I
and
love that.
like Diana, go into the schools and churches and just bring the education
Educate
and
people.
awareness and let
Yes.
people know that this is a real thing and it's
Yes.
happening here in Oregon.
Mhm.
You know, like I thought too, this would never happen to me.
Yeah.
This happens overseas, this happens in, bigger cities, but
It's here.
I was wrong.
It's very
And
much here.
I was humbled by it.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah,
like,
me too.
okay, wow. And
Wow.
so yeah, it's we just come alongside whatever needs to be done, we do it, and there is no like one program fits
Yeah.
all. There's no, it's very specific, and so whatever we can do.
Whatever you do. I
love
think
it.
one of the things that we both spend a lot of time doing is personally encouraging. I know I still get calls from girls that we've helped a long time ago.
Yeah.
We try to stay in touch with all of them. I mean, sometimes you spend hours
Yes.
just coming alongside, encouraging, being on the phone, they're going through a crisis. So
I
that's,
love that about you guys. I was at your training and just hearing the survivors speak, and just an organization like you guys compared to the government funded ones and the big government ones is you guys actually walk along life with
Yes.
these survivors, and that's huge, and that's what they need, and I just love that.
And they
so
encourage
much.
and inspire us.
I know.
they're some of the most incredible people though.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
Ever met.
That's amazing.
And one gal in particular calls Diana Mother Teresa.
Oh my goodness.
But don't cross her.
Oh my goodness.
And
Yeah.
she's true. And then she said, and you're right there with her. And
Oh.
she said, you and Diana are the only two that can get me out of the house to go and do things.